Hey guys, how are we? Module 11, happiness and why you're number one. All right, first part, what is happiness? Okay, now this is a big one. As you know from my webinar, you are number one. Okay, and that's what I'm speaking about here. Okay, you are number one. Now, happiness is the key to everything. It's the key to your success. All right, not just as a single dad, but as a person in life, your finances, your career, your relationships, everything, all right? Happiness has to be, it's a way of life, all right? It's not just something you click on, happiness is a way of life. It's a mindset, okay? And hopefully what I'm going to do here in this module 11 is get you thinking that way, all right? Come on, snap out of it. I want to try and get you back to happiness because as you know, success leads to happiness. No, it doesn't. Happiness is first. Happiness, then success comes. All right, so happiness is the first thing. Okay, and in this one, I'm going to talk about what I think happiness is and what a couple of other mentors that I've studied think happiness is. Habits, okay, and mindset and philosophy, and eliminate bad ones and replace them with good ones, because we are creatures of habit. All right, so as you know, we want habits that serve us to make us healthier. I think I spoke about that a couple of modules ago. Where you spend your time plays a big part in your happiness. All right, so where do you spend your time? Okay, so let's get into it and let's work out happiness, why you're number one, what is happiness. See you in there. Okay, gentlemen, here we are. So what is happiness? All right, let's try and discover it together. A positive emotion, a feeling, a mindset. All right, I guess the dictionary term says that it's a positive emotion, pleasure combined with deeper feelings of meaning and purpose. I don't really follow that either, but so I mean, is it a mindset? All right, is it your thoughts? Okay, your thoughts and your attitude and your philosophy. Okay, your thoughts and your attitude and your philosophy will create your decisions and your actions. Okay, so that whole mindset thing, it's true. All right, your mindset will make you happy. No, it won't. It's not that it will make you happy. If you get your mindset right, then that will lead to happiness because you'll have your philosophy, your attitude, your actions, and all those things will create your lifestyle that you want. All right, now, I think I've mentioned him before, a great guy by the name of Jim Rohn. He talks about the set of the sail, and the set of the sail is having your sail up, and that's your philosophy. And what is your philosophy? Are you a glass half full guy or are you a glass half empty guy? Which way do you go? So then, if you're saying half full, if you're saying half empty, are you a realist or are you not happy? Do you always look for the negative in things? All right. Your mindset should be that you're looking for the positive in things. Okay, I'm not saying, I think I mentioned before about it's hard to always be up and always be positive and rah. I'm not like that. Okay, I have down days, junk days, where it's not always roses for me. Okay, just likewise for you, it's probably not. But I still try and maintain a positive approach and a positive outlook and philosophy to life and everything I'm doing. All right, even though sometimes it's shit, But underlying it all, I'm still happy because I've got clarity and know where I'm going. Okay, so there is many books out there on happiness. Okay, if you want to be happy, study happiness. If you want to be successful, study success. If you want to be fitter and stronger, study fitness and strength. If you want to know more about money, then study money. If you want to know politics, study politics. Just do what makes you happy. Okay, it's that simple. All right, do what makes you happy. Okay, to me, what I think happiness is knowing where you're going. Okay, once you know where you're going, everything else, you can then prioritize everything that pops up in your daily life. in situations come up, if you don't know where you're going, if you've got no clarity about your goals and aspirations, then you get easily influenced by all this other stuff, and then you get surrounded with noise and confused and wishy-washy and grey, and you've got no direction, no clarity. All right, but if you know where you're going, then you know. If you know where you're going, then every decision you make is made towards your path and where you want to go. Okay, so all the bullshit and noise and distractions, you can say no to everything else, right? Because you know where you're going. And once you know, to me, this is just my take on happiness, is know where you're going. Because once you know where you're going, then you can relax. All right, you don't have to worry about what decision you're going to make. All right, because decisions really can affect everything. All right. Being indecisive and not set in your ways and having no clarity, okay, that's when things can falter in those 4 key areas in your life. Okay, your relationships, your health, your finances, and your career. Right, if you know where you're going in those 4 areas, then you've got clarity, and happiness comes naturally. Happiness comes easy because your mindset is focused on that. Your philosophy is real and it's happening, and it's just things are clearer. Okay, so that's my take on it. And you know what you want to do, you know what you like doing, you know where you want to spend your time, what your hobbies are, what your interests are. Knowing yourself and knowing where you're going. And also think for us guys, like as single parents, make sure for you that you've scheduled some kid-free time, okay, some adult time. There's time where you have the kids with you, and there's times where you don't have the kids, okay? Have some adult time, right? Do something that you enjoy or love, or even when you've got the kids, or depending on the age, make time for yourself to go and have fun, all right? Go and do something you enjoy. Don't just make it all about work and the kids and the work and the kids and being a single parent and I'm in the grind and life sucks, it's just so hard. All right, get out of that. You need a balance between being an adult and being a parent. Okay, so find that balance as well, and do what you enjoy, do what you love. All right, rekindle something you haven't done for ages, possibly. Okay, because when you're happy and relaxed and got that going on, that sort of mindset and philosophy, your kids will be happy, all right, and you'll influence them, all right. Good feelings and good vibes do rub off on people, so that's what I think happiness is, all right. So go about that way. Okay, cool. All right. So another take on this now is by a guy by the name of Mark Manson, who you may have seen his book, which is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It's a good read. So go and add that to your library for sure. So what he says is, first of all, he says that he's not a fan of all the personal development and positive affirmations and stuff like that. And I tend to agree. I'm not really a fan or a believer in positive affirmations into the mirror before you go to bed. I tend to agree with that. Although, if any of you have read the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, he kind of does have that positive affirmations as one of the habits there for thinking and growing rich. So it goes against Mark Manson, but hey, each their own. So I actually, as part of like Napoleon Hill's, the Think and Grow Rich, I don't do the positive affirmations into the mirror of a night, but I do actually have a notepad and pen by my bed, all right? Because sometimes ideas strike you in the night and you write it down, and the next morning you wake up and, I thought about something, but then you forget about it. All right, so I do keep I've got a bed light, books by my bed, and I have a notepad and pen, like a journal thing where I write stuff down all the time. I think of things, I write it down. Okay, because I don't trust my memory, so I'll write things down. So I picked that little hack up from reading that book. All right. So what he says, Mr. Manson, Mark Manson, the subtle art of not giving a fuck, he says that solving problems is a big part to happiness. Okay. which I agree with a bit as well. I guess in a sense this can be true about solving problems, because you know the feeling you get if you do solve a problem, you feel good about yourself, don't you? You think, well, what's next? You know, have you when you've accomplished something, all right, it does give you a good feeling when you like achieve something, or you've solved a problem, okay, you've accomplished something, you've done a task. You do have that sense of happiness about you, okay? So I do think, in a sense, that what he says here, solving problems, does give you a sense of happiness. You know, so then you think, oh, where's my next problem? And it goes hand in hand, I guess, with personal growth as well, in a sense. You're growing and you're solving problems, and that's the whole thing, I guess, they say about, you know, if you're in your working environment or your career or your finances or anything, the more complicated problems you can solve, the more worth you are in society, in reality. So you're worth more money, okay? So if you're solving bigger problems, then you add value to reality, you add value to the marketplace, you add value to your working environment. By solving bigger problems and having more responsibility, you're worth more money, aren't you? It goes, you know, that goes hand in hand. So a little bit off track there, but that's just a good key point for you. So by improving and solving bigger problems, you add more value and you're worth more. Okay, so that's good. All right, so next one is using your spare time for good, not evil. Okay, this is where we spoke about before in the earlier module about good habits and bad habits, and using your time wisely, and compounding effect of being bad to your body. All right, you know, the healthy choices, I think we were covering a couple of modules ago. So use your spare time for good and not evil. So do what makes you happy. You know, stuff everyone else. Who cares what they think? All right, it's not your concern what people think about you. All right, if you want to put on a pink tutu and go dance up and down the street, if that makes you happy, go and do it. All right, you might get some weird, crazy looks. You might even get locked up, but if it makes you happy, who am I to say not to do it? Do what makes you happy. All right, if you want to go and become an actor on a local, a local theatre company, go and do it. If you want to be a 45-year-old and take up skateboarding, or go and do that. If you want to put a dress on, maybe, well, whatever, you know, you get my picture, right? So just do what makes you happy and stuff everyone else. It's not your concern what they think, okay? Don't be bothered with their opinion. It'll weigh you down too much, and it will stop you from doing what you love, stop you from having fun, yeah, and stop you from being your true self, which is what you want to do, is be your true self, okay? Don't lie to yourself. Make sure you're doing things that are good for you, all right? And when I'm saying for you here, I mean for your well-being, all right? And that's doing what you love to do, okay? So if you want to do those things, whatever you want to do, find something you enjoy and go and do it, all right? Don't do the bad things, okay? Just have fun and do what you want to do what you love. That's all for this first part of what is happiness. Hope it's maybe given you a new insight into what I think it is and what others think it is. All right, so go out there and find some happiness. See you guys.